Hello, everyone, and welcome to Battle Creek, Michigan for today's game between the Woodchucks and the Battle Creek Battlejacks. Will Charlton with you here today on the Woodchucks Baseball Network for the final stop of the road trip as the Chucks head up to Michigan facing off against the Battlejacks. Brady Jurgella hitting the second pitch he sees, and it will drop into the glove of left fielder Blake McCray, and he is down on a blooper that barely went into left field off a push by Brady Jurgell, the leadoff man today, as Dalton Pearson not seeing the lineup once again. Sorry, folks, took a little bit to get the software boosted. But the rest of the batting order for the Woodchucks after Brady Jurgella goes down: Jesse Donahoe, Drew Berkland, Mike McGinnis, Colby Wallace, Colin Brigham, Jake Baker, Drew Stengen, and Brennan Holt. Starting pitcher for the Battlejacks as this one grounded over to Jake Allgaier at third base, and that is two really quick outs for the Battlejacks. Jesse Donahoe swinging at the first pitch he sees and is down on a 5-3. With Allgaier at third base, the other corner is manned by Cam Farrar, with Nicholas Clark at short and Brock Daniels at second base. The outfield, Blake McCray in left, Kyle Ratliff in center, JT Sokolov in right. Cameron Haviland on the mound, Cooper Middleton behind the plate. And up for the Woodchucks now is Drew Berkland, the other Minnesota Golden Gopher. Haviland's 1-0. Berkland into right field on a liner and into the glove of Kyle Ratliff. So that is a 1-2-3 inning off the bats of the Woodchucks. Really quick inning by Haviland as the Woodchucks are not able to get on early. We're heading into the bottom of the first here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
I'm so glad you and Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's so perfect. It's just you and me, Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
The savings are heating up this summer at Cellcom. Save up to $300 on the top phones from our most iconic brands. Plus, save $150 on all connected tablets, smartwatches, and cameras. Keep kids busy this summer with a tablet. Track your steps with a smartwatch, or monitor your cabin with a camera. Now, unlimited data is more affordable than ever with our single unlimited plan. Offering unlimited data for only $29.95 per month for just one line. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
Don't miss out on any of the great food at Athletic Park. For tickets, call 715-845-5055.
Back here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network for the bottom half of the first inning here at MCCU Field in Battle Creek, Michigan. Nate Nabolts on the mound for the Woodchucks. First pitching to JT Sokolov, the right fielder for the Battlejacks today of Illinois State University. Sokolov in the batting order is followed by Charlie Ree, Brock Daniels, Jake Allgaier, Cam Farrar, Kyle Ratliff, Blake McCray, Cooper Middleton, and Nicholas Clark. Nate Nabolts out there for the Woodchucks. 0-1 to Sokolov in there on an off-speed pitch for strike two. Nabolts making his first start since he started last weekend against Wisconsin Rapids. As this one's hit into right field, shallow right field by Sokolov, and Drew Berklund is there for out number 1. And speaking of Drew Berklund, who's in right field, in center field is Brady Jurgella, left field man by Colby Wallace. The corners are Mike McGinnis at third, Jake Baker at first base, Jesse Donahoe at short, Brennan Holt at second base, Drew Stengren behind the plate, and then Nate Nabholz on the mound. So Sokolov going down brings up Charlie Ree, who's the DH spot today for Battle Creek. First pitch to Ree from Nabholz, low for ball 1. Nabholz, the Towson Tiger, native of Cressona, Pennsylvania, fouled off on a fastball by Nabholz for Charlie Ree, and he watches that one. Make it a 1-1 count. Nabholz making his 5th appearance, 4th start, 1-1 record, 3.46 ERA as that one's fouled off again by Charlie Ree. 1-2 count. Has a 1.2. I was reading his college stats there. My apologies. 2.63 ERA so far this summer with the Woodchucks. .75 whip rate. Walks and hits per innings pitched. Has gone 24 full and fastball misses outside for ball 2. Has struck out 21, allowed 15 hits, 7 runs, all earned, 3 walks, and has an opposing batting average of 181. 2-2. Nabholz. And that one just misses on a breaking ball. 3-2 count with an out to Charlie Ree. Charlie Ree, the San Diego State man. Payoff pitch, hit into right field again. Drew Berklund's been busy so far, and he makes the grab for out number 2. Back-to-back flyouts to the Minnesota Golden Gopher, who was catching last night for Wausau. And now with first 2 batters retired of the game for Nate Nabholz, we are looking to see a first base runner between both these teams still. It was 1-2-3 in the first for the Woodchucks, and now if Brock Daniels, the second baseman, can't get a hit, it'll be 1-2-3 for both pitchers. The right-hander, Nate Nabholz. And that's a swing and a miss by Daniels. He's down 0-2. Nabholz will feature a fastball change, and his breaking ball usually is more of a curveball. 0-2 to Daniels. And fastball misses high for ball 1. Nabholz pitching for the first time since last Tuesday against Wisconsin Rapids. And his 1-2 misses for ball 2. Didn't pick up the loss in that game against Wisconsin Rapids. Two outs. And that one misses inside on the 5th pitch of the at-bat, and the count is full. Or I do apologize. Nate Nabholz did pick up the loss in that 3-2 loss for the Woodchucks of the Rafters. Payoff pitch, 2 outs, fouled off. And over the grandstand here in Battle Creek, Michigan, which, fun fact I learned, is the breakfast capital of the world. You learn something new every time you go on one of these road trips. 3-2, once again. And it's fouled off once again by Brock Daniels. Into the grandstand, that ball goes. Nate Nabholz went 7 full in that game against Wisconsin Rapids. The 3 runs came off a 3-run home run off the bat of Brendan Bobo. Other than that, very clean outing for Nabholz. And that one's fouled off again by Brock Daniels. Daniels, the Missouri Tiger, keeps the count alive again. Nabholz goes fastball, and Brock Daniels staying alive. He is really working this count so far, as Brock Daniels is looking to be the first base runner of the game to this point. Payoff for the 4th time. And Daniels takes it low on a curveball. 2-out walk here, and the first base run of the game allowed to the Battle Jacks. Fun fact, this is actually the first time these two teams have met since both rebranding. It was the Wisconsin Woodchucks against the Battle Creek Bombers back in 2021 when these two teams faced off last. And now with 2 outs, Jake Allgaier comes to the plate. Going to second is Brock Daniels, and he's in there in time, stolen base for the second baseman from the University of Missouri. Runner in scoring position now with 2 outs. And Jake Allgaier, the third baseman from Western Illinois University. 1-0 from Nabolts. In the air, into left field. Colby Wallace watches it and makes the grab. 3 flyouts in this first inning for the Battle Creek Battle Jacks. And only 7 batters total were seen in this first inning. It's zip-zip through 1 here at MCCU Field. We'll be back for the second on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, I only got cancer so that you could tell people that, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well, couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
Over 600,000 Americans are projected to die of cancer this year. 250,000 will likely battle muscular dystrophy. 5,000 may be diagnosed with ALS. But one person can become the difference. All it takes is you to help researchers improve the health of Wisconsinites by participating in the All of Us research program. Join today to feel the power of one.
To buy your own Woodchucks merchandise, visit the Woodshed at Athletic Park, or you can visit our website, www.woodchucks.com. Top of the second coming your way here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network. Mike McGinnis, the leadoff man, and the cleanup hitter today for the Woodchucks, facing off against Cameron Haviland, the Bronson, Michigan native who attends Benedictine University at Mesa in Arizona. And McGinnis down 0-2 after a couple breaking balls. Making his fifth start, fifth overall appearance as well. 1-2 record, 5.3 ERA. 0-2. And McGinnis takes it outside for ball 1. Woodchucks yesterday taking down the Kokomo Jackrabbits 6-2, using two different 3-run innings as McGinnis takes another one on a breaking ball outside. It was a 3-run second and a 3-run eighth that propelled the Woodchucks over the Jackrabbits. Now 2-2 on this 6-game road trip as McGinnis goes down looking on a fastball that clips the low outside corner, and Haviland has gone 4 up, 4 down against the Woodchucks. Haviland, who came in with 17 strikeouts on the season, picks up number 18 right there. He's gone 18 2/3 pitched, giving up 21 hits, 13 runs, 11 earned, 7 walks, and a whip of 1.5. He's now facing off against the Cal State Fullerton man, Colby Wallace from Rancho Santa Margarita, California. Colby Wallace, who had 1 of 2 triples yesterday for the Woodchucks against the Jackrabbits, hits this one into foul territory down left field line and ends up being caught by third baseman Jake Allgaier, running all the way over from his third base position to make a second quick out of the inning. And the Woodchucks are still looking for their first base runner through an inning and 2/3. Haviland Now up against the Oklahoma State Cowboy, Colin Brigham, the first baseman today, or the DH today, rather. First baseman yesterday. Now in the DH role today for the Woodchucks as Jake Baker taking over first base responsibilities for today, and he swings and misses at a breaking ball. That's one thing that Colin Brigham has had an issue with this season, is the breaking ball being ahead of it. Brigham, the Smithton, Illinois native, playing in his 10th game this summer for the Woodchucks already after the Oklahoma State Cowboys fell short in the NCAA regionals. 2-1. And Brigham down the first base line. That'll stay fair. And Brigham, who has had 4 doubles in the last 5 games, continues his hit streak. That's now at 6. And Colin Brigham puts the Woodchucks on the board. First base runner of the game here with 2 outs in the second. So now speaking of first baseman, Jake Baker, who's playing first base, up to the plate. Jake Baker, who has reached base in every game he's played in for the Woodchucks, make that 10, or 11 now, rather. Was 10 before yesterday's game, and Jake Baker just got hit on the knee. Or, yes, he did. He got hit on the knee, so he is down over at first base now on hit by pitch, so back-to-back base runners allowed by Cameron Haviland. And with 2 outs, the Woodchucks might have a little bit of offense working as Drew Stengren, the Central Michigan Chippewa, playing pretty close to Central Michigan University here in Battle Creek. Closer to Western Michigan, which is in Kalamazoo. But still, the Fox River Grove, Illinois native, no stranger to playing baseball in Michigan during the spring, as he faces off against a handful of MAC teams, as well as playing home baseball at Central Michigan. And he watches first pitch go by him for a strike. 0-1 from Haviland, taken low on a breaking ball. Drew Stengren, the catcher today. 1-1 count from Haviland, and takes it high. 2-1 count. Stengren playing in his 6th game, starting his 5th for Wausau, batting .231. 3 hits, one of those being a home run, which is a 2-run home run, and 2 of the 3 RBIs this season are from that home run. 2-1, taken on a fastball that clips the outer half of the strike zone, 2-2 count. He's been walked 3 times, has scored 4 runs, has a slugging percentage of .462 and an on-base percentage of .474. Haviland's 2-2. And Stengren in the air to right field, as making the grab is JT Sokolov for out number 3. And the Woodchucks strand more runners as Colin Brigham puts them on the board with their first hit of the game. And Jake Baker getting hit by pitch, but nothing else. Still 0-0 through an inning and a half here at MCCU Field. We'll be back for the bottom of the second here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Over 600,000 Americans are projected to die of cancer this year. 250,000 will likely battle muscular dystrophy. 5,000 may be diagnosed with ALS. But one person can become the difference. All it takes is you to help researchers improve the health of Wisconsinites by participating in the All of Us research program. Join today to feel the power of one.
To buy your own Woodchucks merchandise, visit the Woodshed at Athletic Park, or you can visit our website, www.woodchucks.com.
I'm so glad you and Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's so perfect. It's just you and me, Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
Back with you here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network. Zip zip as the Battle Creek Battlejacks back up to hit. And first pitch swinging by Cam Farrar. Cam Farrar, the first baseman from the University of Findlay in Ohio. And he takes another pitch from Nabholz. He's down 0-2. Findlay, the fifth hitter of the game in the batting order for the Battlejacks, as ground ball down the third baseline and foul. He'll stay alive at 0-2 against Nabholz. Batting 195 on the season, 16 hits, 4 doubles, 8 RBIs, 8 walks, 9 runs scored for Cam Farrar. And a fastball taken outside for ball 1. Farrar, who is listed as an outfielder on the roster, making an appearance at first base. The right-handed batting Farrar, ground ball softly over to Brennan Holt at second base, plays it cleanly, and a Big 12 connection between Brennan Holt and Jake Baker for out number 1 here in the second. Nate Nabholz has retired 4 of the first 5 batters faced after walking Brock Daniels, who stayed alive really well in his at-bat. And that brings up Kyle Ratliff, the center fielder. Southern Illinois Edwardsville product from Grand Rapids, Michigan. And he stays home on the first pitch for ball 1. And he hits one down the third baseline on a fastball. And the count is 1-1 to Kyle Ratliff, who's playing in his 18th game for Battle Creek this season, the 9-18 Battlejacks. Last place in the Great Lakes East. 1-1. Hit into left field. That'll be the first hit of the game for Battle Creek as Kyle Ratliff gets the better of Nate Nabholz. And he is on first base. 14th hit of the season for the Battlejacks center fielder from SIUE. Nabholz, second base runner of the game allowed. Like mentioned, he went 7 full innings against Wisconsin Rapids last Tuesday in the 3-2 loss, picking up that loss. Gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, all earned, which, like mentioned, came off the bat of Brendan Bobo for the Wisconsin Rapids Rafters. Struck out 4. Did not allow any walks. First pitch to Blake McCray, the left fielder, fouled off for strike 1. Nabholz only came into this outing with 3 walks and walking Brock Daniels in the first. Rare sight for Nabholz, who Brock Moss calls the best strike thrower in the bullpen for the Woodchucks. 0-1. Hit it to left center. Brady Gergello will have to play it on a hop. That is a single. Back-to-back singles allowed off the arm of Nate Nabholz. And Blake McCray now puts runners at first and second with only 1 out here in the bottom half of the second inning. So now Cooper Middleton, the 8-hitter from Kellogg Community College, which is, funny enough, the team who shares MCCU Field with the Battlejacks. Middleton into right field. Drew Berklin, another flyby out to him, as heading over to third base is Kyle Ratliff. So a tag up from second on the fly ball from Middleton. And runners on the corners with 2 outs now. Here in the bottom of the second, Woodchucks. First time of 4, they'll be facing off against the Battle Jacks this season. Tonight and tomorrow night, same exact time tomorrow night, first pitch of 5:35 Central, 6:35 Eastern here in Michigan. And then it won't be again until late July that these two teams meet in Athletic Park. Woodchucks returning home after this road trip, myself included. Tomorrow night after the game, it'll be a long bus ride home. Make it back in time to play the Green Bay Rockers on Wednesday night. Nabolt's first pitch to Nicholas Clark, the shortstop, high and outside for ball 1. Nabolt, who transferred to Towson from East Carolina, just finished his redshirt junior year with the Towson Tigers. And fastball's in there for strike 1. 1-1 count to Nicholas Clark, who, funny enough, is the field manager Chris Clark's younger brother. Chris Clark in his first season with the Battle Creek Battle Jacks. 1-1. And a breaking ball in there for strike 2. 1-2 from Nabolts. Two outs. And going to second is the base runner, Blake McCray, and he is thrown out well in time by Drew Stengren, well ahead of that throw. Caught stealing is the left fielder that ends the inning. So Blake McCray dead at second base. Great throw from Drew Stengren, and we are scoreless through 2 full here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Don't miss out on any of the great food at Athletic Park. For tickets, call 715-845-5055.
The savings are heating up this summer at Cellcom. Save up to $300 on the top phones from our most iconic brands. Plus, save $150 on all connected tablets, smartwatches, and cameras. Keep kids busy this summer with a tablet. Track your steps with a smartwatch, or monitor your cabin with a camera. Now, unlimited data is more affordable than ever with our single unlimited plan. Offering unlimited data for only $29.95 per month for just 1 line. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, I only got cancer so that you could tell people that, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well, couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
Welcome back to the Woodchucks Baseball Network, as it's still 0-0 with only 3 hits on the board across both teams, 1 by Wausau, 2 by Battle Creek. As this is the final stop on the 6-game road trip. 2 in Lakeshore, where the Woodchucks split with the Chinooks, winning 9-5 in extras on Thursday night, and then falling 10-2 on Friday night. Then spent the past couple of nights in Kokomo, Indiana, where they were able to take down the Jackrabbits yesterday by a score of 6-2, but lost in extras in walk-off fashion to the Jackrabbits on Saturday, 6-5. And now here we are in Battle Creek, Michigan, for a couple games with the Battle Jacks. Like mentioned earlier, the first of 4 this season, as both teams threw 8 hitters. And the 9-hitter Brennan Holt from Oklahoma State University is the man who's leading off for the Woodchucks. Brennan Holt, who played yesterday against Kokomo in the exact same 9 spot, reached a couple times, first on walk in the second, and was the 3rd run scored of the inning, and then reached on air in the 8th. As Holt up the middle and over the head of Nicholas Clark at shortstop, and Brennan Holt picks up another hit, the second of the game for the Chucks. So Holt aboard with only his fourth hit of the season, a fourth single, but nonetheless, he is the leadoff man aboard first base here in the third. So now with Holt aboard, Brady Jurgella in the top of the order, coming back up for the Chucks. And a bunt placed on the third base line by Jurgella, kind of dies in the infield, and the throw from third baseman Jake Allgaier will not be in time as Brady Jurgella hits a bunt single, something that he is very good at doing. And now runners at first and second after Jurgella places it perfectly down the third base line. Jurgella on this season has 20 hits, and I want to say now that he just had that his 21st, I want to say 6 or 7 have been bunt singles. He is fast and is able to beat out the throws on bunt singles very often. In fact, I want to say that he beats them out more than he gets thrown out on them. And now with runners on first and second, Jesse Donahoe coming to the plate is not something you're bummed out about if you're Wausau. 0-1 from Haviland. And Donahoe takes a fastball for strike 2. He's down 0-2. Donahoe, the Georgia State Panther from Columbus, Georgia, playing in his 24th game, starting his 23rd for the Chucks, batting .309 with 25 hits, which includes 2 triples. 2 triples in the last 3 games, and he's down swinging, strikes through an elevated fastball, or swings through an elevated fastball, and that's the second strikeout of the game for Cameron Haviland. So Donahoe now 0 for 2. And Drew Berkland, the other Minnesota Golden Gopher, up for the second time. By way of Wayzata, Minnesota. And takes first pitch fastball on the high outside corner for strike 1. Playing in his 20th game, starting his 19th for the Chucks, batting .313. 20 hits, 2 doubles, 4 home runs. And Berkland into right field. Brock Moss is going to send Brennan Holt home. Sokolov put a good throw on it, and it will be not in time. The ball. 3 singles in this inning now for Wausau. And an RBI single for Drew Berkland. A very streaky hitter. As Mike McGinnis takes first pitch fastball outside for ball 1. Only 1 out still. No double play ball in effect. 4 hits on the board for the Chucks. Battle Creek coming off a split with Wisconsin Rapids, winning 2-0 on Saturday night and losing 13-3 yesterday. Those 2 games being played right here at MCCU Field. 2-0. And McGinnis on the ground. It will be a scored run for Wausau as Jurgella comes on home. No play to be made at the plate from Nicholas Clark at shortstop. Instead, just throws out McGinnis at third, or first rather, and the Chucks lead at 2-0. Colby Wallace steps to the plate now as he is looking to score Drew Berkland. And Wallace fouls off the first pitch he sees. Oh, 1 count from Haviland. 2 runs here in the third for Wausau. And a breaking ball misses low in the dirt. (1-1). Chuck's looking for more than just 2. And a good stop behind the plate by Cooper Middleton. If that ball got by the battle at catcher, Drew Berkland, who's pretty speedy himself, certainly would have made the trek on home to score the third run of this inning and the game for Wausau. And Wausau could certainly use wins over a struggling opponent in Battle Creek with how tight the Great Lakes West is. Inside fastball to Colby Wallace. 3-1 count. Wausau in a very big bunch up at the top of the Great Lakes West. 16-12 record has them in first place currently as Colby Wallace fouls off an elevated fastball and the count is 3-2. Madison did not play yesterday due to weather, so they are still at 15-12, facing off against Kalamazoo tonight. Green Bay taking down Kenosha and splitting with the Kingfish, still sit at 16-12, so the Woodchucks still tied with the Rockers for first place. But Madison and Wisconsin Rapids tied at 15-12. Payoff pitch to Colby Wallace, 2 outs. And Wallace high in the air and fouled back. The left-handed batting Cal State Fullerton Titan, who's playing in his first summer in the Northwoods League. Colby Wallace. And we'll try the 3-2 once again. Drew Birkland still at third. And Wallace takes it low on a fastball. And he is over at first base. Now runners on the corners. With 2 outs, Colin Brigham coming to the plate. One of 3 Oklahoma State Cowboys on this team, technically 4 with Luke Fernandez, but he's currently in the transfer portal after redshirting this past season. But Colin Brigham, Brennan Holt, and Dominic Reed, all Oklahoma State Cowboys. And Brigham takes breaking ball outside and high, 4-1. Brigham, who had a single in the second, put the first hit of the board on the board for the Chucks tonight. And Brigham swings and misses. And a fastball for strike 1. Brigham now on a 6-game hit streak, including 4 doubles in the last 5 games. And Colby Wallace off to second base, and the throw will not be made by Cooper Middleton. So now 2 runners in scoring position for Wausau. Stolen base for Colby Wallace, his second of the season. The Woodchucks are a very aggressive base running team, as Brock Moss loves giving the steal sign. Over from third base. And that fastball fouled off by Brigham. 2-2 count, 2 outs. 4 hits has equated to 2 runs so far for the Chucks. And the 2-2 fouled off by Brigham over the grandstand. So 2-2. Once again. And Brigham fouls this one off. And Cooper Middleton will watch it go into the stands once again. But like I was talking about the Great Lakes West, if you haven't been listening to the recent games, I've been talking about how if you win the first half of the season in the Northwoods League, you get an automatic bid to the playoffs. And the reason they have that in effect is just because of how much roster turnover there is throughout the season and all that. 2-2 again. And Brigham takes it low on a fastball. And the Woodchucks, like mentioned, tied for first in the Great Lakes West and are a half game ahead of each Wisconsin Rapids and Madison. Madison, a team who the Woodchucks are 5-1 against so far. Wisconsin Rapids, they're 2-4 against the Rafters. Payoff pitch, 2 outs to Brigham. And Brigham in the air to right field. That's going back toward the warning track, off the wall. Brigham heading to second. And that is back-to-back games with a double for Brigham, and he's now 2 for 2, and that scores 2 more. 4 runs here in the third for the Woodchucks. 2 RBI double for Brigham, and the first baseman from Oklahoma State is having himself a game so far. Five doubles in the last 6 games now for Brigham. The big Oklahoma State Cowboy first baseman. That ball looked like it had a great chance to leave this ballpark for a second. Ripped down the right field line. Jake Baker steps in for the second time. Already extended his 11-game on-base streak to 12 off the hit by pitch in the second. And he takes first pitch for the first strike of the at-bat from Haviland on a breaking ball. 1-1 count. And Baker takes it low. Now, if you're Nate Nabolts, will come out after this 4-run inning for Wausau, considering how good of a commanding strike thrower he is, he's going to feel very comfortable with a 4-0 lead over a 9-18 team. 2-1. And Baker up the middle, and it will be stopped by the shortstop, Nicholas Clark, and he makes the throw in time over to Cam Farrar. What a play by the Battle Creek shortstop, Nicholas Clark. Very impressive stuff. And that is how the inning will end. But Wausau adds 4 in the third, highlighted by a Colin Brigham 2 RBI double for Zip Chucks into the bottom of the third here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, you know, I only got cancer so that you could tell people that, you shaved your head for solidarity and not be... Okay. Well, couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
Over 600,000 Americans are projected to die of cancer this year. 250,000 will likely battle muscular dystrophy. 5,000 may be diagnosed with ALS. But one person can become the difference. All it takes is you to help researchers improve the health of Wisconsinites by participating in the All of Us research program. Join today to feel the power of one.
To buy your own Woodchucks merchandise, visit the Woodshed at Athletic Park, or you can visit our website, www.woodchucks.com. Will Charlton with you on the Woodchucks Baseball Network. 4 runs in the third, and the Chucks are up 4-0 already after winning 6-2 yesterday, and first pitch fouled off by Nicholas Clark, who made the great play at shortstop to end the inning. I'll tip my imaginary cap to Nicholas Clark on that play, as he is now down 0-2 from Nate Nabolts, who's now working a 4-run lead, and he swings and misses at an elevated fastball. Nate Nabolts picks up his first strikeout of the game, and it comes off the at-bat of Nicholas Clark. And now JT Sokolov, the leadoff man in the top of the order for Battle Creek, up for the second time. Flew out in his first at-bat and takes first pitch changeup for strike one from Nabolts. 0-1. And another changeup in there for strike two. Nate Nabolts feeling real comfortable An 0-2 went right at him with a high heater, but missed for ball one. Fun fact about Nate Naples, his uncle Chris played in the MLB from 1990 to 1995, and his cousin Eli Naples was recently selected by the Brewers in 2019. As Sokolov fouls off the 1-2, the Illinois State Redbird. From Hudsonville, Michigan. 1-2 to Sokolov. And a changeup just misses high. 2-2. Naples, mostly a bullpen guy this past spring for Towson. Only made one start. 2-2. Fastball, swing and a miss. And Stengren gives a little tag over to Sokolov, and that's back-to-back Ks for the Towson Tiger of Cressona, Pennsylvania. Picking up strikeouts 22 and 23 on the season. And he's looking to keep the Chucks up 4-zip after 3. As Charlie Ree, ooh, a little bit of rhyming there done by me just there, up to bat for the second time. Charlie Ree takes first pitch, breaking ball for strike one. Naples, really good control so far. 0-1. Fastball fouled off for strike two. Naples and the Woodchucks defense looking for a 1-2-3 inning. 0-2. And this one hit over the head of Brennan Holt at second base and will be a 2-out single. The third hit of the game for the Battle Jacks. Charlie Ree over at first base now. They'll avoid the 1-2-3 at least. So now the second baseman, Brock Daniels, will step back in. As Naples checks over to Jake Baker at first base, who's holding Charlie Ree over there. And the first pitch grounded over to Brennan Holt by Daniels, 4-3. And that ends the inning. Woodchucks hold a 4-0 lead through 3 full here at MCCU Field. They're off to a great start, looking for a 2-game set opening win here today in Battle Creek, Michigan. We'll be back for the 4th inning here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Over 600,000 Americans are projected to die of cancer this year. 250,000 will likely battle muscular dystrophy. 5,000 may be diagnosed with ALS. But one person can become the difference. All it takes is you to help researchers improve the health of Wisconsinites by participating in the All of Us research program. Join today to feel the power of one.
To buy your own Woodchucks merchandise, visit the Woodshed at Athletic Park, or you can visit our website, www.woodchucks.com.
I'm so glad you and Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's so perfect. It's just you and me, Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
Top of the 4th inning here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network. Mike McGinnis, or Drew Stengren rather, the leadoff man, the catcher here in the 4th. It'll be 8-9, then top for the Chucks as they put up a 4-run 3rd inning and have themselves sitting real nicely so far, facing off against Cameron Havlin as ground ball by Drew Stengren over to Jake Allgaier at third base, and he completes the 5-3 for out number 1. Drew Stengren down for the second time. So now Brennan Holt, the 9-hitter, who got the offense started for the Chucks back in the third, up for the second time in the same amount of innings. Brennan Holt takes first pitch breaking ball for strike one off Haviland, who's into his fourth inning of work. Haviland came into this one with a 5.3 ERA and is already getting worked on by the Woodchucks. 0-1. And that one taken low by Holt. 1-1. In yesterday's game against Kokomo, Brian Reinke picked up the win. His first win of the season, the Richmond Spider. Struck out 7 batters through 3 full innings of work. Very impressive day by Brian Reinke. Logan Danzeisen and Brian Reinke pitching the first 6, allowing no runs to the Jackrabbits, who didn't score until the 7th and the 9th. They changed the first pitch ball to a strike to a ball, as Brandon Holt has now been walked for the first time, and he's on base for the second time today. 4-pitch walk to the Oklahoma State Cowboy. And with 1 out, he is aboard. Now the top of the order, and Brady Jurgella steps in. Jurgella had the bunt single back in the third and then scored the second run of 4 in that inning. So Brennan Holt at first, and Jurgella, as the infield plays in, that ball gets away from Cooper Middleton behind the plate, and Brennan Holt is going for third base. As that ball got way away from Cooper Middleton, I had no idea where it went all the way back to the backstop, and what was just going to be a stolen base attempt by Brennan Holt ends up at third base. And now Zach Hout, the pitching coach, will walk out and discuss with Cameron Haviland. Try to cool off his right-handed thrower from Benedictine University at Mesa in Arizona. All Jurgella has to do is put one into the deep outfield on a fly ball, something he's very capable of doing and has already done today, for the speedster Brennan Holt to score. I'm assuming it'll go down as a stolen base to second in the score sheet, as he was going to steal anyway. But it will be a pass ball that gets him to third. So now 1-0 to Brady Jurgella, the Minnesota Golden Gopher, picked up his 21st hit in the third inning of the season, and Jurgella fouls off the 1-0. No one warming up for Battle Creek as of right now, so they're going to stick with Haviland for a bit longer at least. 1-1, and Jurgella takes it outside. 2-1. Jurgella swings one down the first base line, but just foul. And if that was hit down the line by Jurgella, I guarantee with how fast he is, he's at second base at that one. But going just foul past the first base bag for strike 2 now. 2-2 count. Jesse Donahoe on deck. Jurgella 2-2. 1 out. And Jurgella takes a high off speed for ball 3. Full count between Haviland and Jurgella. And Jurgella swings and misses a bit behind it, and Haviland picks up a strikeout. Strikeout number 3 for the right-hander. And now with 2 outs comes Jesse Donahoe. And Donahoe takes that one low on a fastball for ball 1. This would be a great time for Donahoe's hit streak to continue, which is at 7 games. He was in a slump, a big one before this 7-game hit streak, as within the 7-game hit streak. He has got his batting average back over 300 after starting the season on a tear, and has 2 triples, 2 of 3 this season by Wausau. In fact, 2 of the 3 came yesterday. Donahoe had 1 of them, and Colby Wallace had the other. So only 3 triples hit this season total by the Woodchucks, and this guy right here has 2 of them. Donahoe takes a breaking ball out just outside for ball 2. His 5 doubles is also second on the team behind Dalton Pearson, and pretty much leads the team in every category imaginable. 2-1, and Donahoe takes high on a changeup, ball 3. Brennan Holt at third base, looking to be scored and not stranded. 3-1, Donahoe in the air, into foul territory, and caught by Blake McCray. So Brennan Holt does get stranded at third after being walked. The only base runner allowed in this inning by Haviland, who besides the few hits given up in the third, has looked solid otherwise. It's 4-0 Chucks through 3.5 here at MCCU Field. You're listening to Woodchucks Baseball on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Over 600,000 Americans are projected to die of cancer this year. 250,000 will likely battle muscular dystrophy. 5,000 may be diagnosed with ALS. But one person can become the difference. All it takes is you to help researchers improve the health of Wisconsinites by participating in the All of Us research program. Join today to feel the power of one.
To buy your own Woodchucks merchandise, visit the Woodshed at Athletic Park, or you can visit our website, www.woodchucks.com.
I'm so glad you and Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's so perfect. It's just you and me, Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
Zip Chucks into the bottom of the 4th inning we go here at MCCU Field in Battle Creek, Michigan. Nate Nabhold's back out there for inning number 4 of work, facing off against 4, 5, 6 here in the 4th, starting with Jake Allgaier, the third baseman. And he takes first pitch fastball for strike 1. Game number 29 of the season for Wausau. Allgaier up into right field between Brennan Holt and Jake Baker. And that's a leadoff single for Allgaier. And that is how the inning will start for the Battle Jacks on offense. So the 4th hit of the game on the board for Battle Creek. And Cam Farrar, the first baseman, up for the second time. And Nabhold's fastball in there for strike 1 on the low outside corner. Really good with his fastball so far. Like Brock Moss said to me before the game, he thinks he is the best fastball throwing team member out of the bullpen for Wausau, as he's very effective with the strikes. Like mentioned, only 3 walks on the season coming into this game. Does not throw balls very often, and when he does, they're probably intentional. Does hit his spot most of the time. 1-1 between Nabholz and Farrar. Nabholz will check over to first base again, and Allgaier back there safely. Farrar grounded to a 4-3 in his first at bat, which is the leadoff in the second. 1-1. And fastball's in there for strike 2. Usually low 90s numbers on the heaters by Nabholz. Between 90 and 92 usually. 1-2. Nabholz over to Donahoe. 6-4-3 double play for the Chucks on defense. Cam Farrar grounds into it, and base runners are off for the Battle Jacks. 2 outs now, and Kyle Ratliff, the center fielder, who's 1 for 1, up for the second time. Ratliff, the Southern Illinois University Edwardsville man, takes first pitch outside from Nabholz. (1-0). And this one is fouled off on an off-speed pitch. Woodchucks looking to keep this thing a 4-0 ball game. 1-1 to Ratliff. And it's taken low. On a fastball by Ratliff, 2-2. And the 2-2 with 2 outs. Ratliff takes it on the outer edge of the strike zone, and Nabholz gets him looking. Not exactly a 1-2-3, but Nabholz only faces 3 batters here in the 4th, and the Chucks take a 4-0 lead into the 5th here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Don't miss out on any of the great food at Athletic Park. For tickets, call 715-845-5055.
The savings are heating up this summer at Cellcom. Save up to $300 on the top phones from our most iconic brands. Plus, save $150 on all connected tablets, smartwatches, and cameras. Keep kids busy this summer with a tablet. Track your steps with a smartwatch, or monitor your cabin with a camera. Now, unlimited data is more affordable than ever with our single unlimited plan. Offering unlimited data for only $29.95 per month for just 1 line. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, you know, I only got cancer so that you could tell people that, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay, couldn't have gotten...
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
Chuck's still up 4-0 into the top of the 5th here in Battle Creek. Drew Berklin seeing the plate for the 3rd time. RBI single and a flyout so far, 1 for 2. And the first pitch into the glove of Jake Allgaier. 5-3 ground out. Berklin retired for the 2nd time today. And the offense starts with an out for the Chucks here in the 5th. So now the third baseman from Georgia State, Mike McGinnis from Noonan, Georgia, is up for the 3rd time. And McGinnis in the air into center field. Ratliff looking at it. And Ratliff makes the grab. 2 up, 2 down quickly here in the 5th for the Chucks on offense. And McGinnis goes down for the third time tonight. Colby Wallace will look to be the start of something here in the fifth, as the Chucks are looking to avoid a 1-2-3. And Wallace takes low for ball one. We got action going on in the Battle Creek bullpen. 1-0. Taken low on a breaking ball. Nothing as of now for the Chucks in the bullpen. 2-0 to Wallace. And Wallace down the first base line. And he is heading for second base. Ooh, this could be a close play at the bag. Wallace slides in safely. Double for Colby Wallace. As that one kind of died along the right field line. Close throw by Sokolov in right. But is not able to beat out the throw. And that is the second extra base hit of the game for the Chucks. And it comes off the bat of Colby Wallace, who is an extra base hit machine when he gets them. 5 of his 7 this season coming into tonight were extra bases, including 4 doubles and a triple. Now he has 5 doubles on the season. So 6 of 8 hits this year for Wallace this summer have been extra bases. Colin Brigham looking to keep up his perfect day so far. 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs and a double. That 2 RBI double in the third gave the Chucks the 4-0 lead they currently sit at. And he fouls off the first pitch from Haviland. 0-1. And Brigham takes outside in a fastball. Colby Wallace got a huge lead. A little more than a third of the way off the bag at second base. 1-1. And Brigham takes it again. Cooper Middleton trying to make a throw back to second base as Colby Wallace is getting a ginormous lead after each pitch, but he's not being held by Nicholas Clark over there. Nicholas Clark kind of standing at shortstop. Not really holding Wallace at all. That's a risky throw from Haviland. Nicholas Clark still just not over there at shortstop, and Haviland, thankfully enough for the Battle Jacks, was able to have it be received by Clark. 2-1 to Brigham. And Brigham, towering fly ball in the infield. And corralling around it are Clark and Allgaier. And Allgaier makes the grab in the infield. So Brigham retired for the first time. And Wallace stranded on the base path. Chucks still up 4-0 though, as we'll head into the bottom of the fifth here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
I'm so glad you and Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's so perfect. It's just you and me, Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
The savings are heating up this summer at Cellcom. Save up to $300 on the top phones from our most iconic brands. Plus, save $150 on all connected tablets, smartwatches, and cameras. Keep kids busy this summer with a tablet, track your steps with a smartwatch, or monitor your cabin with a camera. Now, unlimited data is more affordable than ever with our single unlimited plan, offering unlimited data for only $29.95 per month for just one line. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
Don't miss out on any of the great food at Athletic Park. For tickets, call 715-845-5055.
Time for the bottom of the fifth, as Chucks lead it 4-0 over the Battle Jacks. Nate Nabholz out there for inning number 5 of work. And first pitch fastball given to Blake McCray on a strike. And Nabholz, he's looking very good so far. 0-1. And it's taken high for ball one. One. And that one's fouled off by McCray, who's 1 for 1. But was caught stealing to end the second inning. 1-2. Nabholz. And this one's hitting to right field. It'll be a leadoff single in the second of the game for Blake McCray. So the Battlejacks are putting their bats out there and are getting on base, but just can't capitalize on it so far. They have 5 hits in the game. But just aren't able to score so far. And that's a close check over at first base by Nabholz. Jake Baker just barely missing the tag in time. As Cooper Middleton, righty-righty matchup. And Middleton hesitantly swings through the first pitch fastball. Kind of knew he didn't want to swing at it, but was already in the swing motion. So it's an 0-1 count. And Nabholz checks over to McCray again at first. But the left fielder in there safely. 0-1. And Drew Stengren checks over to first base, but the throw not where it needs to be. So it's a 1-1 count between McCray, or Cooper Middleton, rather, and Nate Nabholz still. Cooper Middleton playing in his 10th game, batting 185 for Battle Creek. And that one is in there for strike 3. As the count was actually 1-2 before that pitch. The scoreboard said 1-1, so I guess we were all a little behind on that one, but that's another strikeout for Nabholz tonight as Middleton goes down looking. 4th strikeout of the game for Nate Nabholz. And with 1 out comes Nicholas Clark, who was the first strikeout of the game for the right-hander from Towson. And Nicholas Clark fouls off a first pitch breaking ball. 0-1 count. And that throw in time as Nabholz picks off Blake McCray at first base. Great throw over from Nabholz to Baker as McCray got too big of a lead and Nabholz had none of it. 2 outs now. Here in the 5th as Nabholz looking to only face off against 3 batters again. Nicholas Clark down 0-2 after the foul ball. 0-2, 2 outs. High fastball for ball 1. Seeing if Clark would chase a bit. First base coach for the Battle Jacks, Alex Walton and Travis Janes over at third base. 1-2. And Clark thought about it, but decided not to swing at it. As the appeal down the first base line, not to the liking of Wausau. 2-2. Two outs. Nabholz delivers. And breaking ball just misses low, ball 3. Payoff pitch. Nicholas Clark fouls it off. Nicholas Clark from Davenport College in Michigan. or Davenport University rather, in Michigan. 3-2 again. And it's a high fastball from Nabbles. He misses and gives up a 2-out walk. Nicholas Clark on first base. Top of the order, and JT Sokolov coming back up. The last time these two teams faced off here at MCCO Field, it was the Battle Creek Bombers taking down the Wisconsin Woodchucks 21-7. And then they would play 3 at Athletic Park as the second game of 2 that was supposed to be played here got rained out and moved to Athletic Park. That was a doubleheader, and the Woodchucks won all 3 of those, so they went 3-1 against Battle Creek back in 2021. Battle Creek rebranding from the Bombers to the Battle Jacks back last year. And Wisconsin rebranding to Wausau last year as well. 0-1. Nabholz on the ground is Sokolov. Donahoe picks it up, fumbles it, and won't be able to make the throw in time, as that more than likely be an infield hit for Sokolov. Would be a tough play for Donahoe to make in general, as there is the 6th hit of the game on the board for the Battle Jacks, and runners now on first and second for Charlie Reeves coming to the plate. Ross Davis, the pitching coach for the Woodchucks, heading out to the mound to have a discussion with Nate Nabholz. Warming up in the pen right now for the Chucks is Luke Fernandez, the Oklahoma State Cowboy, who we've usually only seen in a starting role. Or, my apologies, not Luke Fernandez. It actually does look like Luke Fernandez, but he's not wearing his usual number 34. He's wearing number 32 in the pen. So Nabholz will stay out there, and he will be now facing off against Charlie Reed, the DH for the Battle Jacks, who are wearing camo jerseys with white pants tonight. Camo jerseys in American flag lettering and numbers. Woodchucks in their road grays with blue sleeves. 0-1. Grounded up the middle. Brendan Holt will step on the second base bag just in time as the slide in from JT Sokolov looked like it could have possibly beat out the force out. But Brendan Holt steps on the bag and ends the inning. And the Chucks still lead it 5-0 through 5 full here in Battle Creek. We'll be back for the 6th here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
I'm so glad you and Jack Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's so perfect. It's just you and me, Jack Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
The savings are heating up this summer at Cellcom. Save up to $300 on the top phones from our most iconic brands. Plus, save $150 on all connected tablets, smartwatches, and cameras. Keep kids busy this summer with a tablet, track your steps with a smartwatch, or monitor your cabin with a camera. Now, unlimited data is more affordable than ever with our single unlimited plan. Offering unlimited data for only $29.95 per month for just one line. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
Don't miss out on any of the great food at Athletic Park. For tickets, call 715-845-5055.
Welcome back to the Chucks Baseball Network as Jake Baker swings one into right field and is dropped by right fielder JT Sokolov. So Jake Baker on base quickly here with a leadoff single here in the 6th. And he picks up another hit as a member of the Chucks this summer. Jake Baker, 9th hit of the season. And now Drew Stengren, the catcher, up for the second time. Jake Baker last night had a single in the 8th, so back-to-back games with hits for the first baseman. As Drew Stengren takes low for ball 2 off Haviland, who's into the 6th inning of work. (2-0). And Stengren thought about it, but decided to lay off it. It was a strike anyway on a breaking ball from Haviland, who, like I've mentioned, besides the fact that he led up the 4 runs in the 3rd, he has looked solid otherwise. 2-1, and Stengren takes it low for ball 3. 4 of the 7 hits came for the Chucks in that 3rd. Only 3 hits otherwise. 3-1 to Stengren. And Stengren takes that one on the lower half of the strike zone, just clipping the bottom for strike number 2. 3-2 count to the catcher from Fox River Grove, Illinois. Payoff pitch, and Stengren fouls it off. He's a returning Chuck from last summer. Played in 9 games, hit .217 with 5 hits, a double, an RBI, 6 walks, a stolen base, 4 runs, and an on-base percentage of .400 last summer with the Chucks, who made a playoff run against Wisconsin Rapids but fell short 2-1 in that series. 3-2. Stengren takes it just outside and away. And he reaches base for the first time tonight. No outs, runners on first and second, and Brennan Holt, who has not been retired yet, as field manager Chris Clark is going to come out and make a pitching change. So Cameron Haviland will go 5 innings plus, and his day will be done. Call to the bullpen for the Battle Jacks, and we'll introduce him when we return here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, I only got cancer so that you could tell people that, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well, couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
Over 600,000 Americans are projected to die of cancer this year. 250,000 will likely battle muscular dystrophy. 5,000 may be diagnosed with ALS. But one person can become the difference. All it takes is you to help researchers improve the health of Wisconsinites by participating in the All of Us research program. Join today to feel the power of one.
To buy your own Woodchucks merchandise, visit the Woodshed at Athletic Park, or you can visit our website, www.woodchucks.com. With runners on first and second, new pitcher into the game is A.J. Riddle Jr. from Central Methodist University and the native of Dearborn Heights, Michigan. He's facing off first against Brennan Holt, the 9-hitter. Brennan Holt puts a bunt down but fouls it off behind him for strike one. Brennan Holt, 1 for 1 with a single and a run, a walk, a stolen base as well. The Oklahoma State Cowboy playing second base again tonight. Picked up his 4th hit of the season back in the 3rd against Cameron Haviland, who went 5 full. 0-1, and the bunt is placed down again, but popped foul, so Brennan Holt is going to have to take a swing at the next one, or at least we'll have to try to take a swing. Not exactly what he was hoping to get accomplished. Trying to put a bunt down to advance both runners. 0-2 from Riddle Jr. And he takes it outside, does Brennan Holt. One, two, and Holt takes it high on a fastball. 2-2. A.J. Riddle Jr. making his 6th appearance for Battle Creek this season. Has gone 7 2/3, 2.35 ERA, 2-2, and Holt fouls it off on a fastball. He'll stay alive. Riddle Jr. has given up 7 hits, 2 runs both earned, 5 walks, 4 strikeouts, and comes in with a whip of 1.57. His last outing came just yesterday, where he went 2/3 against Wisconsin Rapids. 2-2. Holt over to first baseman Farrar. And Farrar not able to turn 2, but does get Drew Stengren out at second. So runners now on the corners as Brennan Holt grounds into fielder's choice. Drew Stengren out on a 3-6 putout. As his throw, Nicholas Clark was the only thing that could go down for the Battle Jacks. And now Brady Jurgella at the top of the order, back up for the Woodchucks, and he swings at a fastball, misses for strike one. Jurgella 1 for 3 with a bunt single in the 3rd and a run. Now would be a bad time to try and put another bunt down if you're Jurgella. 0-1, Holt's off to second, and the throw will be in time. Caught stealing is Brennan Holt for out number 2 here, and Jurgella down 0-2 in the count. So now 2 outs, and Jake Baker still at third base. Jurgella does not come around the bag. It looked like the whole defense for Battle Creek thought he did, and it sure did look close. But Jurgella staying just poised enough at the plate to not fully come around on the breaking ball by Riddle Jr. And it's a 1-2 count. The pitch. High fastball, ball 2. Riddle Jr.'s outing before Wisconsin Rapids came on June 22nd against Kenosha, where he went 3 full, allowing 4 hits, a run. It was earned, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Only faced off against 2 batters yesterday in the 13-3 loss to the Rafters. 2-2, 2 outs. Jurgella swings and misses on a fastball, and he struck out for the second time in this game. And through 5.5, it's the Chucks still up 4-0. And we will be heading into the bottom of the 6th here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, I only got cancer so that you could tell people that, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well, couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
Over 600,000 Americans are projected to die of cancer this year. 250,000 will likely battle muscular dystrophy. 5,000 may be diagnosed with ALS. But one person can become the difference. All it takes is you to help researchers improve the health of Wisconsinites by participating in the All of Us research program. Join today to feel the power of one.
To buy your own Woodchucks merchandise, visit the Woodshed at Athletic Park, or you can visit our website, www.woodchucks.com. Will Charlton with you here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network as the Chucks hold a 4-0 lead. And Nate Naboltz's day is done after 5 full innings, allowing 6 hits, no runs, striking out 4 and allowing 2 walks. Luke Fernandez into the game for his first relief appearance, and first pitch swinging by Brock Daniels is fouled off. Luke Fernandez comes in with 4 appearances, all starts, 10.67 ERA, 2.44 walks and hits per innings pitched rate, in 14 1/3 so far. Has gotten 5 strikeouts, 28 hits allowed, 20 runs, 17 earned, 7 walks, and has an opposing batting average of 400. And 2 foul balls off the bat of Brock Daniels has him down 0-2. And Daniels in the air again in the infield. Mike McGinnis is looking at it and catches it in fair territory for out number 1 in a pop-out. Is the first at-bat thrown by Luke Fernandez. 1 down brings up Jake Allgaier, the third baseman. From Western Illinois University, native of Channahon, Illinois. And first pitch to Allgaier, in there for strike 1, a fastball from Fernandez. Fernandez, mostly a fastball pitcher, but will feature a curveball and a slider. Native of Cumming, Georgia. And this one is hit into the gap in right center field. That is going to go. Drew Berkland will stop it, and it will miss his glove. So off to second goes Jake Allgaier, and the first extra base hit of the game is on the board for the Battle Jacks. It's a double here in the 6th. All 6 hits before that one were singles, and Jake Allgaier picks up his 3rd double of the season and overall his 23rd hit, as he is now 2 for 3 on the day. Cam Farrar, the first baseman, comes to the plate. Farrar, who has grounded out twice, and the last one being into double play, takes first pitch fastball inside from Fernandez. 1-0. Fernandez's last outing came in a start against Madison in Game 2 of the doubleheader, as this one's hit into right field down the right field line, but goes foul toward the area of the bullpen for the Battle Jacks. And the count is 1-1 to Cam Farrar, the right-handed hitting first baseman tonight. 1-1. Hit into right field again and foul. One, 2 count. Luke Fernandez also has an 0-1 record on the season. Forgot to mention that. The loss coming against Rockford on June 16th in a 9-4 loss. 1-2. And that one gets him on a breaking ball in there on a strike. And Cam Farrar goes down looking. Thought about swinging, but didn't pull his bat all the way through. And that is a big strikeout for Luke Fernandez, who only had 5 coming in on the season. The 6'2", 235 right-hander. First pitch coming to Kyle Ratliff. And a breaking ball clips the low outside corner for strike 1. In his appearance against Madison last Wednesday, he went 4 full, allowing 7 hits, 6 runs, 4 earned, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. 0-1. And Ratliff thought about it, but does not come through. 1-1. He went to Oklahoma State this past season, but like mentioned earlier, even though he's technically one of 4 on the team, he is in the transfer portal after redshirting this past season. And Ratliff fouls off a fastball. He's down 1-2. Still 2 outs. Jake Allgaier still at second base. 1-2 from Fernandez. And that one just missing the strike zone on a fastball. It looked like it just barely missed as Drew Stengren tried to reframe it back into the zone, but it didn't work. 2-2, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th inning, 4-zip game. Chucks still lead it. And a 2-2 hit fouled off by Ratliff, who is 1 for 2. Kyle Ratliff actually came up to the press box before the game. Got to meet him, pretty cool guy. Seems like he's kind of a fan favorite here in Battle Creek. 2-2, 2 outs. And Ratliff takes that one just outside on a changeup. And Luke Fernandez looks like he's kind of confused by that call, as was Drew Stengren behind the plate. So now the count is full to Kyle Ratliff. Payoff pitch. 2 outs. Fernandez, fastball down the middle, fouled off by Ratliff. He'll stay alive at 3-2. The center fielder from Southern Illinois, Edwardsville. A native of Bloomington. Or Grand Rapids, Michigan, rather. One of 3 SIUE Cougars on this Battle Jacks team this summer. Payoff again, 2 outs. Fernandez gets him swinging. 2 strikeouts here in the 6th for Luke Fernandez. And he picks up 6 and 7 on the season. He comes in and does what field manager Brock Moss hopes of him. And the Chucks lead it 4-zip through 6 here at MCCU Field. You're listening to Woodchucks Baseball on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
I'm so glad you and Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's so perfect. It's just you and me, Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
The savings are heating up this summer at Cellcom. Save up to $300 on the top phones from our most iconic brands. Plus, save $150 on all connected tablets, smartwatches, and cameras. Keep kids busy this summer with a tablet. Track your steps with a smartwatch, or monitor your cabin with a camera. Now, unlimited data is more affordable than ever with our single unlimited plan, offering unlimited data for only $29.95 per month for just one line. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
Don't miss out on any of the great food at Athletic Park. For tickets, call 715-845-5055.
Back here for the top of the 7th inning, as the Chucks still up 4-zip here at MCCU Field for the first of two between the Battle Jacks and the Woodchucks. A.J. Riddle Jr. out there for his second full inning of work after going one full in the 6th, not allowing any hits or anything of the sort. (1-0) to Jesse Donahoe, was leading off the 7th for the Woodchucks, looking to extend his 7-game hit streak and also his 10-game on-base streak. 0 for 3 today is the shortstop from Georgia State. 2-0 from Riddle Jr. in there on a fastball for strike 1. Or a 9-game on-base streak, not 10. Getting a little overzealous. Sorry, folks. 2-1. And it's taken low for 3-1. Well, if he takes one more ball, maybe I was just foreshadowing and getting on base for a 10th straight game. Definitely would be intentional, of course. 3-1. And there it is. He throws it outside, does Riddle Jr., and Donahoe is on first base on a walk to start off the 7th inning. Can't say I knew anything here, but maybe I did. I promise it was unintentional. Donahoe now on base for at least once in the last 10 games played. And the leadoff walk brings up Drew Berkland. 1 for 3 with an RBI and a run. And he takes first pitch fastball inside from Riddle Jr. for ball 1. 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Woodchucks. No runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Battle Jacks. Pretty clean game overall so far as Berkland takes a breaking ball for strike 1 off the arm of A.J. Riddle Jr., the right-handed throwing Central Methodist University product. 1-1. And Berkland fouls that one off his foot, and he went down in pain right after that. And he is hurting after that. He is limping big time. Field manager Brock Moss is going to go over there and chat with Berkland. As we're going to have one of the athletic trainers here in Battle Creek over and talk to Berkland. Hopefully he's okay. While we get a chance, we can take a look at some of the other scores across the Northwoods League that are significant to the Woodchucks. Madison trails Kalamazoo 6-3 in the top of the 4th. That's always a good thing for the Woodchucks. As Madison right on the tails of the Woodchucks. Traverse City up 3-zip over the Rafters in the bottom of the 6th. That's also a good thing. And Green Bay over Fond du Lac 2-1 right now at Capital Credit Union Field. Drew Berkland, after taking a few moments to corral himself after fouling it off, he's back up. And he hits one right over to Nicholas Clark at shortstop, and he turns two. So Drew Berkland swinging at the first pitch he sees after fouling one off his own foot, and he grounds to a double play. 6-4-3 style for the Battle Creek Battle Jacks as Jesse Donahoe out at second base as well. And now Mike McGinnis will step in for the fourth time. 0 for 3, and he's looking to get on base for the first time today. At one point did lead the team in walks with 12, but that number has only reached to 13 as takes first pitch fastball in there for strike one, does McGinnis. And Riddle goes 0-1 fastball inside for ball one. Mike McGinnis has 13 walks, and he swings and misses on a breaking ball. That was a beautiful pitch by A.J. Riddle Jr. Lots of motion on that slider. 1-2, 2 outs to McGinnis. And McGinnis fouls off the fastball. He'll stay alive at 1-2. Came into this game batting .169 with 14 hits, one of those being a home run. In fact, the home run came a week ago tonight in the 11-5 win against Wisconsin Rapids. 1-2, once again. And McGinnis breaks his bat, grounds it over to Allgaier at third, and the 5-3 is completed to Farrar at first. As A.J. Riddle Jr. only faces off against three batters here in the seventh, and the Chucks still lead at 4-0 as it's time to stretch it out here at MCCU Field. Luke Fernandez heads back out there, and we'll step aside here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Don't miss out on any of the great food at Athletic Park. For tickets, call 715-845-5055.
The savings are heating up this summer at Cellcom. Save up to $300 on the top phones from our most iconic brands. Plus, save $150 on all connected tablets, smartwatches, and cameras. Keep kids busy this summer with a tablet, track your steps with a smartwatch, or monitor your cabin with a camera. Now, unlimited data is more affordable than ever with our single unlimited plan, offering unlimited data for only $29.95 per month for just one line. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, I only got cancer so that you could tell people that, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well, couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
Bottom of the seventh inning coming your way here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network. Chucks still up 4-0 after the four-run third inning. Still has them up as Luke Fernandez out there for inning number 2 of work here in the bottom of the seventh. Happy you're with us here tonight on this Monday evening. Ball one thrown to Blake McCray, the left fielder, the leadoff man here for the Battle Jacks. Hit into center field, and Dalton Pearson now in the game out there in center field. I just noticed that because he has entered the game. So Pearson now in center. Brady Jergella moves to left, and Colby Wallace now in right. So Drew Berkland getting taken out of the game, and Dalton Pearson now in there in center field. Bit of moving around the outfield to take Drew Berkland out. Hopefully Drew Berkland's okay. That was a very hard hit ball that he hit into his ankle. You just never know with those type of things. Cooper Middleton up for the third time. 0 for 2. And he swings and misses at the 1-0-1-1 between the catcher from Kellogg Community College, which, if you didn't hear earlier, plays their baseball right here at MCCU Field, sharing this field with the Battle Jacks. First time since 2021 these two teams have met up. This will be the first of 4 this season. 1-2 between Fernandez and Middleton. And Fernandez goes outside fastball. Fernandez in high school in Georgia was one of the most dominant pitchers in his conference. 2-2. And that one taken just outside on an off speed. He had a 1.29 career ERA in high school, 226 total strikeouts, and 124 innings pitched at West Forsyth High School in Georgia. Payoff pitch, 1 out. And hit into foul territory, and into the stands it goes. He was named to All-Region 6-7A first team as a junior and senior, and in his senior year alone, he had a 1.21 ERA, 2 no-hitters, 110 strikeouts, only allowing 11 walks in 54 innings pitched. And he still is waiting to make his first ever college appearance. 3-2 again. Hit up the middle. Jesse Donahoe plays it at shortstop. 6-3. Out number 2 here in the 7th. And Luke Fernandez, after giving up the double in the 6th, has now retired 4 straight batters. As Nicholas Clark steps in. Woodchucks do not have a shutout win yet this season. I feel like it's an appropriate time to start mentioning that. And Fernandez goes outside fastball for ball 1. The closest they got was the 3-1 win over Fond du Lac in the combined no-hitter. They also beat Wisconsin Rapids in a game 4-1. And Luke Fernandez fastball misses outside and low again, 2-0. Woodchucks looking for their first 1-2-3 inning of the game, believe it or not, technically in the scorebook. As Nicholas Clark fouls that one off, and the count is 2-1. Lots of innings where the Woodchucks have faced 4 batters. Most they faced was 5 in the 5th, as Fernandez misses with that pitch, and the count is 3-1. Fernandez has not looked too shabby so far in these 1 2/3 pitched. 3-1. And that fastball clips the upper half of the strike zone. The count is full to Nicholas Clark, the brother of field manager Chris Clark. Payoff pitch, 2 outs. And Fernandez goes fastball, misses low. And it's a 2-out walk given to Nicholas Clark. He reaches for the second time today on the second walk of the day. That's now a base runner. In all 7 innings now, the Battle Jacks have had a base runner tonight. That is not the case for the Woodchucks. 2-0 comes JT Sokolov. The leadoff man, he fouls off the first pitch he sees. 0-1, 2 outs. Sokolov, 1 for 3 on the day. Singled in his last at-bat. 0-1, and Fernandez just misses outside on a fastball. Chris Clark, the field manager, now at third base. One. And Fernandez misses low again. Woodchucks still looking for their second out of the inning. Or third out of the inning, rather. And to get out of the seventh. 2-1. And Sokolov will take that one outside. 3-1 count. Fernandez looking to avoid giving up back-to-back walks, as Nicholas Clark was only the second base runner allowed in 1 2/3 so far. 3-1 for Fernandez. Hit into right field. Colby Wallace is looking at it and will make the grab for out number 3. So Sokolov goes down on a flyout, and the Chucks lead it 4-0. Still, as we head into the 8th inning of play here at MCCU Field. We'll be back for the 8th here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
I'm so glad you and Jack Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
Perfect. It's just you and me, Jack Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
The savings are heating up this summer at Cellcom. Save up to $300 on the top phones from our most iconic brands. Plus, save $150 on all connected tablets, smartwatches, and cameras. Keep kids busy this summer with a tablet, track your steps with a smartwatch, or monitor your cabin with a camera. Now, unlimited data is more affordable than ever with our single unlimited plan, offering unlimited data for only $29.95 per month for just one line. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
Don't miss out on any of the great food at Athletic Park. For tickets, call 715-845-5055.
Top of the 8th inning, and A.J. Riddle Jr. will be facing off against Colby Wallace. As Wallace hits the first pitch he sees into center field, Kyle Ratliff barely moved for it at all and makes the grab. Colby Wallace retired for the second time today, but he is 1 for 3, picked up another extra base hit. And now Colin Brigham will step into the batter's box and will face off against Riddle Jr. And Brigham takes first pitch fastball for strike 1. Obviously a much bigger strike zone for a guy who's 6'6", as opposed to someone who's 5'11", 6 foot. So Brigham hits this one into left field, and that will be caught by Blake McCray on a sharply hit line ball pushed off the bat of Colin Brigham, the lefty batter. So that's 2 up, 2 down quickly here in the 8th. As I thought I saw someone warming up in the pen for the Chucks, but must not be the case. So they must be sticking with Luke Fernandez. Jake Baker heads to the plate for the 4th time in this game. Tomorrow night's first pitch will be at the exact same time as tonight, 6:35 Eastern time here in Michigan, 5:35 Central time for you folks back at home in Wisconsin, or wherever you're listening to this game. Tonight, 1-0. Jake Baker takes it high, 2-0. And then, like I mentioned, these two teams will not face off again until late July. 2-0. Baker fouls off a fastball from Riddle Jr. Battle Creek comes to Athletic Park on July 18th and 19th for a Tuesday-Wednesday two-game set. Cliff goes back toward the warning track and makes the grab, but fumbled it in center field. That must have taken some surprise of Battle Jack players. I'm not too sure what happened there, but he fumbled in center field after catching it. So they're going to call it out, but that is close. And it's still 4-0 Chucks after 8.5, 1-2-3 inning from A.J. Riddle Jr. and the Battle Creek defense. We'll be back for the bottom of the 8th as the Chucks try to hold them here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, I only got cancer so that you could tell people that, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well, couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
Over 600,000 Americans are projected to die of cancer this year. 250,000 will likely battle muscular dystrophy. 5,000 may be diagnosed with ALS. But one person can become the difference. All it takes is you to help researchers improve the health of Wisconsin by participating in the All of Us research program. Join today to feel the power of one.
To buy your own Woodchucks merchandise, visit the Woodshed at Athletic Park, or you can visit our website, www.woodchucks.com. Four-zip lead for Wausau as we're into the bottom of the 8th here. Luke Fernandez still in. Now in for his third inning of work. He's gone 2 full, only allowed 2 base runners. The double by Jake Allgaier and the walk to Nick Clark. Charlie Ree will be the leadoff man here in the 8th, and he takes strike 1 on a fastball. 0-1 from Fernandez. And that one low in the dirt. 1-1. Like mentioned earlier, 2-1 count from Fernandez to Charlie Ree. Has reached a couple different times tonight, but he's 1 for 3. Reached on fielder's choice in the 5th. 2-1. And Ree in the air into right field. Colby Wallace is under it and grabs it. Right field has been a very popular destination for the bats of the Battle Jacks tonight. Six flyouts to right field tonight by Battle Creek. So Drew Berkelin and Colby Wallace have both been busy out there. 5, not 6 actually. 5 flyouts to right field. Brock Daniels, 0-1. And Luke Fernandez misses on a fastball just outside. 1-1. Right-handed Luke Fernandez, the left-handed hitting Brock Daniels, the second baseman. 0 for 2 with a walk and a stolen base. 1-1. Fernandez throws fastball and Daniels fouls it off the edge of his bat. One base with Green Bay, who they'll be facing off against in a 2-game set on Wednesday and Thursday at Athletic Park. 1-2. And that one misses. Low and outside on a breaking ball. 2-2 between Fernandez and Brock Daniels. The pitch. And the breaking ball just misses outside. And I mean just misses. So it'll be another 3-2 count that Luke Fernandez has allowed. Payoff, 1 out. Fernandez, fastball, fouled off by Brock Daniels. 3-2, once again. Luke Fernandez in for relief of Nate Nabholz, who went 5 full. And Luke Fernandez in 2 1/3 so far. Payoff pitch, and a curveball misses high. Brock Daniels aboard for the second time, both on walks. And Luke Fernandez has allowed his third base runner, 1 per inning at this point. And now the Western Illinois man, Jake Allgaier, the third baseman, heads to the plate. Fernandez, first pitch to Allgaier, outside fastball. 1-0 count with 1 out. Allgaier, 2 hits today, 2 for 3 with a double. Most productive battle jack today, Ross Davis, after Luke Fernandez has missed on his last few pitches. Ross Davis, the pitching coach for the Woodchucks, one of the 4 members of the coaching staff who are all in their first season with the team. Brock Moss in his first season as field manager. Hudson Bilodeau, the assistant coach in his first season, and Chris Wilsey in his first season, the bench coach. Hudson Bilodeau is the first base coach. One-0. And this one's hit into foul territory along left field, and Jurgella makes the grab out there. Heading to second base and sliding in there safely is Brock Daniels. So he'll tag up off the foul flyout by Allgaier, who's retired for the second time today. Both those balls hit into left field by Allgaier. And now with 2 outs comes Cam Farrar. Cam Farrar, the first baseman, 0 for 3. Looking to get on base for the first time and keep this 8th inning alive for the Battle Jacks. First pitch from Fernandez in a righty-righty matchup. Fastball, clipping the low outside corner for strike 1. Still 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Woodchucks. No runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Battle Jacks. Wausau looking to pick up a 17th win of the season. And this one grounded over to Jesse Dono. That hit the legs, the base running legs of Brock Daniels. That'll be runner's interference for out number 3. Brock Daniels cannot get out of the way of the ground ball that tried to go between his legs, but it hopped and hit him. And that is how the 3rd out of the inning is retired. And we're into the 9th, 4-0 lead for the Chucks. They'll try to have some insurance when we come back here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Over 600,000 Americans are projected to die of cancer this year. 250,000 will likely battle muscular dystrophy. 5,000 may be diagnosed with ALS. But 1 person can become the difference. All it takes is you to help researchers improve the health of Wisconsinites by participating in the All of Us research program. Join today to feel the power of 1.
To buy your own Woodchucks merchandise, visit the Woodshed at Athletic Park, or you can visit our website, www.woodchucks.com.
I'm so glad you and Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's so perfect. It's just you and me, Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
Drew Stengren will lead off the top of the ninth inning for the Chucks, who will be looking to add some insurance before trying to win their 17th game of the season. A.J. Riddle Jr. still out there for the Battle Jacks, and why not? I mean, ever since coming in for Cameron Haviland, he has looked very good on the mound. Has not allowed a hit yet, in fact, to the Woodchucks in 2 full innings pitched. Actually, in 3 full innings pitched. He came in to start off the 6th inning and get the first out. Drew Stengren takes inside fastball, and the count's 3-1. Stengren 0 for 2 with a walk. And the 3-1 from Riddle Jr. taken outside. That is a 5-pitch walk to Stengren, who reaches for the second time tonight. And the leadoff man aboard for the Chucks here in the 9th, looking to create a little bit more space, looking for their first shutout win of the season. They won by 4 runs yesterday after leading 6-1 going into the 9th, allowed a run as Tyler Nickel tried to come into the game and close it, then went 2/3 in the 9th. Carl Raylam came in and got the final strikeout. And the first pitch swing out of a breaking ball by Brennan Holt, who was way ahead of it. Strike 1. Holt today has reached all 3 times. 1 for 2. Singled back in the 3rd, scored the first run of the game, walked in the 4th, and reached on fielder's choice in the 6th. It's a 1-1 count. And Holt takes it inside on an off-speed pitch, and the count is 2-1 to Brennan Holt. A.J. Riddle Jr. only allowing his 3rd base runner off the walk to Stengren. In fact, 2 of 3 base runners. Well, Stengren was the final batter face for Cameron Haviland after he got taken out by Chris Clark, the field manager for the Battle Jacks, and a fastball just clips the outer half of the strike zone. Brennan Holt thought it was a walk, but instead it is a strike, and it's a 3-2 count. Payoff with no outs. Brennan Holt takes inside, back-to-back walks off the right-handed arm. And Brady Jurgella comes up for the 5th time. As it looks like we're going to have a pitching mound visit. Zach Hout, the pitching coach, heading out there to talk with A.J. Riddle Jr. after allowing back-to-back walks. Brady Jurgella will be the next batter faced for A.J. Riddle Jr. against Brady Jurgella. Jurgella thought about placing a bunt down. That is the way he hit the single earlier in the game today. And it is going to be a 0-1 count. Jurgella tried to put the bunt down, but whiffed on it. And instead, it's now a 0-2 count. Jurgella thought he had it. Was not able to put it down. 0-2. Dragella takes inside on a slider from A.J. Riddle Jr. It'll be a 1-2 count. Dragella 1 for 4 as he is looking to maybe score a 5th run of the game for the Woodchucks. 1-2 over to Brock Daniels at second base, and the double play ball will be turned for 6-3. Dragella grounds into for outs 1 and 2 in this inning. Stengren over at third base now, but Brennan Holt put out at second and Dragella out at first. 4-6-3 double play. And now with 2 outs comes Jesse Donahoe. If he's able to get on base, Dalton Pearson would make his first plate appearance of the game. As field manager Brock Moss is visibly upset with the last call on the field, it appears. As he's out there trying to defend Brady Dragella, who he thought must have been safe. So Brock Moss still out there arguing with the umpiring crew. Drew Stengren still at third base. And now he retreats back to his third base position. And Jesse Donahoe will step in. Looking to make this a 5-0 ball game and put up their first run since what would be the third inning where they put up 4. They only 4 of the game. Donahoe takes outside on an off-speed pitch. And Donahoe, who has not reached base, or did reach base in the 7th, his 7-game hit streak in jeopardy of being relinquished. No hits yet in the game for Donahoe. And with a hit, that would make it a 5-0 ball game. Donahoe fouls that one off into the stands, and the count's 1-2. So 1-2 now to the Georgia State shortstop tonight, Jesse Donahoe. And it's outside on a breaking ball from Riddle Jr. And Donahoe takes that one on the outer edge of the strike zone for strike 3. He goes down looking. And that is how the inning will end. The Woodchucks strand Drew Stengren at third base. And that is how the inning will end. The Woodchucks need 3 more, and Luke Fernandez is going to come out to try and end it for the Chucks, who are still up 4-0. We'll look to see if they can win their 17th game of the season when we come back on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Don't miss out on any of the great food at Athletic Park. For tickets, call 715-845-5055.
The savings are heating up this summer at Cellcom. Save up to $300 on the top phones from our most iconic brands. Plus, save $150 on all connected tablets, smartwatches, and cameras. Keep kids busy this summer with a tablet. Track your steps with a smartwatch, or monitor your cabin with a camera. Now, unlimited data is more affordable than ever with our single unlimited plan. Offering unlimited data for only $29.95 per month for just one line. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, I only got cancer so that you could tell people that, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well,
Love you, bro.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
Four runs in the third inning have been the only runs scored in this game, and they came off the bats of the Wausau Woodchucks. It's a 4-0 lead as the Woodchucks need 3 more outs to win their 17th game of the season and improve to 17-12, taking this 2-game set opener. Luke Fernandez entering what is now his third full inning of work, or his fourth full inning of work, rather. Has already gone 3 full and is looking to close this game off for the Chucks. Kyle Ratliff is the first man he's facing off here in the 9th. Ratliff, 1 for 3 with a single. That came back in the second. 1-1 from Fernandez, and Ratliff fouls it down the first base line into foul territory. He's down 1-2. It'll be Ratliff, McCray, and Middleton here in the 9th, looking to keep the game alive for the Battle Jacks. One, two. Fernandez looking for a first out of this 9th inning. And he misses outside. 2-2. Woodchucks have not had a shutout win yet this season. 2-2. And Ratliff does not take a swing at a high fastball. It's a 3-2 count. The closest the Woodchucks have been to shutout wins this season were a 3-1 no-hitter win over Fond du Lac and a 4-1 win over Wisconsin Rapids. Payoff pitch to Ratliff, and it's taken low and outside on a breaking ball. And that is another walk allowed by Luke Fernandez. We have a pinch hitter or no, we don't. It's still Blake McCray. Blake McCray, the Eastern Michigan man, facing off against Luke Fernandez. 1-0, and a fastball's in there for strike 1. McCray in this game, couple singles, 2 for 3. Looked like on his jersey said 24 instead of 26, and I looked at the roster. That's not right. There's no 24 on that roster. 1-1, and this one grounded into right field. Brendan Holt's got to make a quick trigger on it. Won't be able to make the play at first base. So that is a single. And now runners are on first and second. Infield single for Blake McCray. And the Battle Jacks are looking to keep this game going for a little bit longer. And now we will have a pinch hit. It's Spencer Verberg. Spencer Verberg, the Central Michigan man. So I'm sure him and Drew Stengren are having a nice conversation right there at the plate. Couple Central Michigan Chippewas. Native of Granville, Michigan. He's coming in to pinch hit for Cooper Middleton. So Verberg is fouled off into the foul area along right field for strike 1. Verberg playing now in his 13th game, has 5 hits as he fouls off a half swing by Fernandez, and Verberg's down 0-2. The Chucks just can't ever have a clean 9th inning, it feels like. As the Battle Jacks are trying to keep this game going. 0-2, and that one just misses outside on a fastball. Verberg, I feel like that was a risk not swinging at that one. Very close. 1-2. Runner still on first and second, no outs. Fernandez goes fastball and Verberg fouls it off. Christian Clack is warming up in the bullpen for the Woodchucks. If Luke Fernandez gets in a little bit of trouble. 1-2. And Verberg swings and misses. That is a very big strikeout for Luke Fernandez as he picks up his third of the outing. And now Nicholas Clark will come up for the fourth time. 0 for 1 with 2 walks. And it's actually going to be another pinch hit. And now Blake Salomon is going to come in and pinch hit for Nicholas Clark. Blake Salomon, the Northwood University product, and the native of South Lyon, Michigan. So Salomon will come in for Nicholas Clark, who went 0 for 1. And Salomon, first pitch swinging under the glove of Mike McGinnis. And stopping at third base is Kyle Ratliff. So bases are now loaded after the pinch hit single by Blake Salomon. And this game has just gotten really interesting as the tying run has come to the plate in JT Sokolov. First pitch swinging off the bat of Blake Salomon. He picks up his 14th hit of the season. And we're going to have an offensive conference by the Battle Jacks and field manager Chris Clark. And if anything, that'll just give Christian Clack time to warm up in the Woodchucks bullpen. JT Sokolov leads this team in batting average coming into this game tonight at .326. And he's now looking to be what keeps hope in the offense of the Battle Jacks here. First time they've had bases loaded all game. And it's here in the 9th. Woodchucks, who are 6-8 on the road. And 2-2 so far on the 6-game road trip. Could pick up a nice first win here. Fernandez, first pitch swinging by Sokolov into right field and foul. Sokolov 1 for 3. 2 flyouts in that exact same direction to right field. And a strikeout. Single came back in the 5th. The Illinois State Redbird. 0-1. On the ground. Donahoe fields it. Will throw out the lead runner at third for out number 2, but the Battle Jacks do score the first run of the game as Kyle Ratliff makes his way home. But a force out at third puts out Blake McCray on the base path, so grounding into fielder's choice is JT Sokolov. And the Woodchucks will not win their first shutout game of the season. So now 2 outs. Runners on first and second in Blake Salomon and JT Sokolov. And this one grounded into right field under the glove of Brennan Holt. And bases are loaded now for the Battle Jacks as that is a single by Charlie Reed that just gets into right field. And this game just get a lot more interesting as the winning run has come to the plate. And Brock Daniels and Brock Moss is going to head out there to make a pitching change. Christian Clack is going to come into the game. Luke Fernandez was saying, let me finish it, but Brock Moss is just not going to risk it. And they're going to bring in the left-handed Christian Clack to try and finish this. While he warms up, we'll step aside for a moment. Bases are loaded here in the top of the 9th, and it's 4-1 Woodchucks. This game is interesting, folks. Don't go anywhere.
I'm so glad you and Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, But he's so perfect. It's just you and me, Jack Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
The savings are heating up this summer at Cellcom. Save up to $300 on the top phones from our most iconic brands. Plus, save $150 on all connected tablets, smartwatches, and cameras. Keep kids busy this summer with a tablet, track your steps with a smartwatch, or monitor your cabin with a camera. Now, unlimited data is more affordable than ever with our single unlimited plan, offering unlimited data for only $29.95 per month for just one line. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
Don't miss out on any of the great food at Athletic Park. For tickets, call 715-845-5055.
Christian Clack has come into the ball game. The Woodchucks need one more out with bases loaded, and they put in Christian Clack in a lefty-lefty matchup, who before the last outing against Lakeshore had been incredible this season to this point. He needs one out. First pitch to Brock Daniels, low on a fastball. Christian Clack mostly features a fastball. He's making his 8th appearance for the Woodchucks, an 0-2 record with a save of 4.4 ERA, 1.26 whip, 1-0, missing low, 2-0. He struck out 19, has 10 hits, 7 runs, all earned, 8 walks allowed, 217 opposing batting average. Swing and a miss on an inside fastball by Daniels. And the count is 2-1. Brock Daniels, 0 for 2 with 2 walks. And he is the winning run at the plate. 4-1 lead for the Chucks. 2-1. This one in the air. Played on a hop by Donahoe. He won't be able to field it. And the game continues. And now it's 4-2. Donahoe picks up an error. First error of the whole game. The Battle Jacks have put up 2 here in the 9th inning, as an E6 has put Brock Daniels on first and bases stay loaded. Clack now facing off against Jake Allgaier, and he takes first pitch, strike 1. Allgaier, who has a double in tonight's game, a really well hit double, in fact, split the gap in right center field. 0-1. And Allgaier takes that one on the lower half of the strike zone for strike 2. 0-2 count from Clack to Allgaier. Clack looking to come in and save this game for the Woodchucks. That run allowed to Clack will not be earned. 0-2. 2 outs. Way outside a fastball. Great snag by Drew Stenger behind the plate. That more than likely would have brought home the 3rd run for Battle Creek. 4-2 lead for Wausau. Looking to avoid blowing another game in the 9th. 1-2. 2 outs. Clack. This one fouled off. Fouled off the bat of Allgaier. 1-2, 2 outs. The Woodchucks really could use this win. Clack will deliver once again to Allgaier. And Allgaier on the ground over toward right field. The throw to Christian Clack at first base is not in time. And the game is tied. The game is tied. The Battle Jacks have come back here in the ninth and have scored 4 runs. The ball was pushed between Brennan Holt and Jake Baker at second base. Brennan Holt got to it, and Christian Clack couldn't catch the ball at first base. That's another error, and 2 runs have scored. It's 4-4 here, and if the Woodchucks can't get out of this, there will be extra inning baseball once again. 4-run lead. 4-run lead heading into the ninth, and the Woodchucks have given up 4 to the Battle Creek Battle Jacks. Christian Clack now facing off against Cam Farrar. Back-to-back errors have tied the game. Runner still at first and second. 1-0. Outside fastball to Cam Farrar. There are no errors in this game up until this inning, and now 2 have tied the game. Another ninth inning meltdown by the Woodchucks. 2-0. And Clack misses on a fastball. Kyle Ratliff is the batter on deck, and he would be batting for the second time in this inning if Cam Farrar gets on base. 3-0. And it's inside. 4-pitch walk. Bases are loaded once again. This is just unbelievable. Kind of at a loss for words right now. Feeling incredibly comfortable heading into the bottom of the ninth. Up 4-0. Had not allowed a run the whole entire game. We're looking for your first shutout win of the season. And now 3 hits and 2 errors, as well as 2 walks in the inning, have the Battle Creek Battle Jacks 1 hit away from winning the game. Or 1 walk away. Kyle Ratliff swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, strike 1. Can't believe I'm saying this now, but the Woodchucks are hoping to force extras. Never thought that would even be comprehensible at the start of this inning. 0-1. Kyle Ratliff swings and misses again. Ratliff looking to be the hero tonight for the Battle Jacks. The Battle Jacks looking to play big spoilers, as the Woodchucks could really use a win here tonight, trying to win the first half in the Great Lakes West. 0-2 to Ratliff, and Ratliff fouls off a fastball. If the Woodchucks are able to force extras, Dalton Pearson would be leading off. 0-2, 2 outs. Bases loaded. Christian Clack goes high fastball, and Kyle Ratliff stays home. All the momentum with the Battle Creek Battle Jacks. The 9-18 Battle Creek Battle Jacks looking to play spoilers. 1-2, 2 outs. Clack. Fastball fouled off by Ratliff. The SIU Edwardsville man looking to be the walk-off winner. And the Woodchucks looking to avoid being walked off for the second time in 3 games. Walked off in extra innings on Saturday night against Kokomo on a wild pitch. In this exact same situation. 1-2. Clack to Ratliff. The pitch. And Clack throws breaking ball, and the slider gets Kyle Ratliff looking. We have extra inning baseball for you. Kyle Ratliff will be the base runner for the Battle Jacks in the 10th, but 4 runs by Battle Creek puts us into extras, and we will be playing more baseball here tonight at MCCU Field. We'll be back for the 10th here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Over 600,000 Americans are projected to die of cancer this year. 250,000 will likely battle muscular dystrophy. 5,000 may be diagnosed with ALS. But one person can become the difference. All it takes is you to help researchers improve the health of Wisconsinites by participating in the All of Us research program. Join today to feel the power of one.
To buy your own Woodchucks merchandise, visit the Woodshed at Athletic Park, or you can visit our website, www.woodchucks.com.
I'm so glad you and Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's so perfect. It's just you and me, Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
Tenth inning of baseball, brand new game here at MCCU Field. The Woodchucks looking to avoid dropping a first game in this two-game set after being up 4-0 heading into the top of the ninth inning, and then give up 4 runs on 3 hits and 2 errors. Battle Creek has tied the game 4-4. And with all the momentum, are now out on defense. New pitcher in the game, Dylan Howeneth from Westchester University, and a native of Archbald, Pennsylvania. Dalton Pearson seeing the plate for the first time today, as the submarine throwing Dylan throws ball 1 on a fastball to Dalton Pearson. Dalton Pearson is not a guy you're bummed out to have at the plate in this situation, batting .358 on the season. And Dalton Pearson takes inside on a breaking ball. Dalton Pearson, the Johns Creek, Georgia native and the Georgia State Panther. His .358 batting average leads the team 29 hits, which also leads the team, and it's tied for 4th in the entire Northwoods League. 2-0, taken outside of outer part of the strike zone, that is, for strike 1, 2-1 count to Pearson, with his Georgia State teammate Jesse Donahoe on second base. In the Northwoods League, if you weren't aware, a runner starts on second. 2-1, Howenitz. Pearson in the air to right center. Past the glove of Kyle Ratliff, and Dalton Pearson delivers again in extra innings for the Woodchucks. This guy plays the hero ball so much for Wausau. His first hit of the game, and it's a double. Are you kidding me? Dalton Pearson is an absolute stud. Right center field over the glove of Kyle Ratliff, and the Woodchucks are up 5-4. He had the single that gave the Woodchucks the 6-5 lead over Lakeshore in extras on Friday night. Or Thursday night, that is. The 9-5 win in extras. Inning runs by the Woodchucks against the Lakeshore Chinooks after being tied 5-5 heading into the final frame. 1-0 now to Mike McGinnis. And McGinnis shows bunt, pulls it back, but that one's in there on a strike. McGinnis trying to put a bunt on the first base line to put Pearson at third base. Dalton Pearson just hit his 9th double of the season and picked up his 24th RBI. 1-1. McGinnis puts the bunt down. It's a good one. Pearson off the third base. McGinnis is going to be out at first. But with 1 out, Dalton Pearson is at third. So now Colby Wallace steps to the plate. With one out, looking to score Dalton Pearson. Righty-lefty matchup. Ho-Winitz throws ball one to Colby Wallace. Colby Wallace. Six of his 8 hits now for the Woodchucks after the double in the third have been extra base hits. 5 doubles and a triple this season for Colby Wallace. 1-1. And Wallace over the glove of Allgaier at third base. Dalton Pearson's coming home, and Colby Wallace has made this a 6-4 lead for the Woodchucks. RBI single for Colby Wallace in his second hit of the game. Comes at a big time, and with one out, Colin Brigham, who has a couple hits, including a 2 RBI double in the third, up for the 5th time. 2 for 4. And Brigham was just hit by a pitch. A fastball that got way away from Dylan Ho-Winitz. And runners now at first and second with only one out. 2 runs so far. Dalton Pearson comes in the game in his first plate appearance of the night after being off yesterday and hits a double into deep right center field over the head of Kyle Ratliff and scores Jesse Donahoe from second base. Jake Baker, the Kansas Jayhawk, who is 1 for 3 tonight with a single and a hit by pitch, up for the 5th time. 2 runs so far here in the 10th, but the inning's not over. Jake Baker takes off speed for strike 2, 0-2 in the righty-lefty matchup. On deck is Drew Stengren, if we're able to get there, as the double play ball is in effect. 0-2. And Jake Baker came across the bag. Yes, he did. Strikeout for Dylan Ho-Winitz, his first. And runners now still on first and second with Drew Stengren coming to the plate. First strikeout of the game for Dylan Ho-Winitz. 2 outs, runners on first and second for the Woodchucks. Already 2 runs scored here in the 10th. 6 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors for the Chucks. 4 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Battle Jacks. First pitch to Drew Stengren inside on a breaking ball, 1-0. Third extra inning game in the last 5 games now for Wausau. And if you go back to the walk-off win against Madison on Wednesday, it's now 4 in the last 7 games. 1-1. 3-1 so far this season are the Woodchucks in extras. Drew Stengren on the ground and goes foul. First win in extras came 6-4 over Madison. Then the next win in extras came on walk-off fashion on Wednesday night at Athletic Park, sweeping the doubleheader over the Mallards, 8-7 after being down by 3 runs in the 9th. Then it was beating Lakeshore, 9-5 on Thursday. And then losing to Kokomo in walk-off fashion on Saturday night, 6-5. 1-2 to Drew Stengren from Dylan Ho-Winitz. And Ho-Winitz will step off the bag, and that'll be a disengagement. We'll try the 1-2 again. Ho-Winitz in there. Stengren into left field and played on a hop. And coming home is Colby Wallace. And the throw not in time. Colby Wallace beat out the throw at home. And Drew Stengren has hit an RBI that scored Colby Wallace from second. there must have been something wrong with the tag then, because it looked like Cooper Middleton, the catcher, had that ball in his glove. Or that is Spencer Verberg now catching. Spencer Verberg looked like he had that ball in his glove, but he must have just missed the tag. I couldn't really tell what happened there, as it looks like the throw was well beat out. In all honesty, I'm not too sure what just happened there, because it looked like for sure Colby Wallace got tagged out at home, but we'll take the break here. 7-4 Woodchucks with Brennan Holt to the plate now, runners on the corners. So Brigham now at third and Stengren at first. And Brennan Holt takes a high fastball to 2-0 count. I'm kind of at a loss for words with what is going on right now. 2-0 count to Brennan Holt with 2 outs. And Holt just got hit by a pitch. 3 runs here in the 10th, and the inning is still going for the Woodchucks as Brennan Holt just got hit by a pitch, and the bases are now loaded once again. Brigham at third, Stengren at second, and Brennan Holt now at first base. 2 hit by pitches in this inning. Woodchucks have put up 3 hits, including RBIs by Dalton Pearson, Colby Wallace, and Drew Stengren. And now Brady Jurgella up for the 6th time tonight, 1 for 5. With a second hit, could be coming at a big time. Jurgella takes first pitch outside. 1-0. Count. And Jurgella takes it outside. It's a 2-0 count from Howenitz. Howenitz, who coming into this outing, Chris Clark, the field manager, is losing his mind down there with the umpiring crew. Howenitz has made 13 appearances coming into this one, has gone 21 full innings with a 1.71 ERA. Had only allowed 12 hits, 4 runs all earned, 6 strikeouts, or 6 walks, and had 19 strikeouts. Only had an opposing batting average of 167 and a whip of .86. Chris Clark, the field manager for Battle Creek, having a heated discussion with the umpiring crew. I guarantee that certainly has to do with the Colby Wallace sliding to home, part of it. 7-4 Woodchucks. And Chris Clark will return to his dugout, and it'll be a 2-0 count to Brady Jurgella in a 7-4 ball game. If you would have told me that heading into the top of the 9th inning it would be a 7-4 game, 2/3 of the way into the 10th, I would have called you crazy. Because that would have meant that Battle Creek had to put up 4 in the 9th, and then Wausau would have had to put up 3 in the 10th. I just would not have seen that coming in a game where there had not been many runs scored at all besides the 4 by the Woodchucks in the 3rd, obviously. So now, once again, a 2-0 count between Howenitz and Brady Jurgella. And Howenitz throws outside. It's a 3-0 count. Woodchucks put up 4 in the 10th against Lakeshore on Thursday, and quite possibly could do that again here. They will not allow a run to the Chinooks as Howenitz throws fastball in there for strike 1. 3-1 to Brady Jurgella, the Minnesota Golden Gopher, who's looking to drive in some more runs here. And Jurgella is going to take a look at that one high in the strike zone for strike 2. Full count, 2 outs with Jesse Donahoe on deck. 3-2. And Jurgella fouls it back. All runners had started running, of course, so on 3-2, every runner does go. So we'll try the 3-2 once again. And Jurgella fouls it off again. On a fastball, Howanitz hitting his spot these past couple of pitches. And Jurgella looking to keep the offense moving here for Wausau. Spotting a 3-1 lead now. They'll be at least up by 3 as they'll look to try and close the game again in the 10th. Jurgella, and that one caught the strike zone. It is a strike. Jurgella strikes out looking on a ball that looked like it could have been inside, but instead it's a fastball that clips the inner half of the strike zone, and he is down on strikes 3, though, and lead it 7-4, but they'll look to try and close the game again. When we come back, it'll be the bottom of the 10th here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Don't miss out on any of the great food at Athletic Park. For tickets, call 715-845-5055.
The savings are heating up this summer at Cellcom. Save up to $300 on the top phones from our most iconic brands. Plus, save $150 on all connected tablets, smartwatches, and cameras. Keep kids busy this summer with a tablet, track your steps with a smartwatch, or monitor your cabin with a camera. Now, unlimited data is more affordable than ever with our single unlimited plan, offering unlimited data for only $29.95 per month for just one line. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, you know, I only got cancer so that you could tell people that, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well, couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
Seven to 4 lead for the Chucks as we are into the bottom of the 10th inning. Christian Clack back out there after going a third in the 9th. Came in with bases loaded in a 4-1 lead. 3 runs allowed. The game out again. And Christian Clack, if he's able to do so, will pick up the win. Kyle Ratliff is the runner at second, and to the plate is Blake McCray. First pitch fastball outside from the left-handed throwing Christian Clack, who's looking to pick up what would be the 17th win of the season for Wausau and his first win in the record books. 1-0 from the UAB Blazer, Christian Clack. And it's a fastball outside, 2-0. Last time Wausau scored more than just a run in the top half of the 10th, they beat Lakeshore 9-5. 2-0. And a strike is in there on a fastball, 2-1. No outs. Christian Clack to McCray, and they fastballs high. It's a 3-1 count. Only 3 pitchers have been used today for the Woodchucks. 3-1 outside. And a leadoff walk given to Blake McCray. Tying run to the plate now comes in Spencer Verberg. Verberg struck out in the 9th after 2 base runners were allowed. And Verberg, who came in to catch for Cooper Middleton, the Central Michigan man, comes to the plate with runners on first and second. Christian Clack, his first pitch to Verberg. Fastball in there for strike 1. Oh, 1. And that one misses inside a fastball. Clack really going to the fastball right now. Clack, a fastball and slider kind of guy. Looks like getting the arm loose in the bullpen is Andalo Santangelo for the Woodchucks. 1-1. Swing and a miss on a fastball. And Verberg is down 1-2. There is nothing more the Woodchucks would love than a ball on the ground, the infield right now. Nothing more. 1-2 to Verberg. Swing and a miss on a fastball. Strikeout for Christian Clack. And that's his first strikeout of the outing. Verberg down on swings and back-to-back at-bats since coming in. Out number 1 here in the 10th. Woodchucks looking for more. 2 more needed to actually try and close this game. So now up is Blake Salomon. And Salomon in the air and foul off the first pitch he sees from Christian Clack. 7-4 ball game here. 1 out, runners on first and second, tying around the plate, and Blake Salomon. Salomon came in and got a single. And a fastball misses high. 1-1. Salomon had the single that would end up loading the bases. 1-1. Outside fastball 2-1. Extra inning baseball once again for the Woodchucks. 3-1 coming in extras this season. Lost their first game in extras on Saturday night to Kokomo in walk-off fashion. 2-1. Swing fouled off on a fastball. Clack only working the fastball these last handful of pitches. 4 fastballs so far against Salomon. 2-2 between Clack and Salomon. And that one's fouled into the area out of play along right field. Salomon staying alive at 2-2. 16-12 Woodchucks looking for win number 17 of the season. Had a chance to shut out Battle Creek in the top of the 9th. 2-2 again. And it's a low fastball, 3-2. A ball on the ground is all the Woodchucks need right now. As Christian Clack is going to call timeout. And that is a pitch clock violation on the batter. Blake Salomon has been called out on a pitch clock violation. He was not ready to step into the batter's box. The pitch clock was down to 8 seconds, and Salomon had not been ready to hit yet. That is a strikeout on a pitch clock violation. Now with 2 outs comes JT Sokolov. And Sokolov swings a strike 1. Christian Clack all of a sudden feels so much more comfortable as Salomon goes down on strikes, as he was staying alive with that at bat as well. 0-1 to Sokolov. And he takes inside low fastball for ball 1. Sokolov reached on fielder's choice in the 9th. And then would be scored as the 3rd run off the error 1-1, 2 outs. Christian Clack, swing and a miss. Fouled into the glove of Drew Stengren. And Battle Creek is down to their final strike. Wausau looking to try and actually close the game this time. But Sokolov is still the tying run at the plate. Foul down the third base line into the dugout of the Woodchucks. So staying alive at 1-2 is JT Sokolov, the Illinois State Redbird. Singled back in the third. Or the fifth, rather. One, two. Once again, Clack outside breaking ball. The sliding curve. Not able to get in there. And now it's 2-2. Clack, fastball, low and inside. Full count. Full count, 2 outs, runners on first and second. JT Sokolov, the tying run at the plate. Payoff pitch, outside fastball. And the winning run has come to the plate on a 2-out walk that has loaded the bases. Game is not over yet. Sokolov to first. McCray to second. Ratliff to third. Ross Davis coming out to talk to Christian Clack before Charlie Ree, who will come in with 2. Charlie Ree hit the single. That made it a 4-2 game at the time. Sokolov reaching on fielder's choice was what scored the first run, and then the RBI single by Charlie Ree brought on home Blake Salomon in the 9th. Offensive conference coming for the Battle Jacks. Seven to 4 game, bases loaded. As the Woodchucks are looking to try and close this game out with bases loaded. A ball on the ground is all the Woodchucks need to try and win this thing. Charlie Ree stepping in a big time. The DH tonight for the Battle Creek Battle Jacks. 19 hits on the season, 12 RBIs, 3 doubles. First pitch from Clack, outside fastball and high. (1-0) between Clack and Charlie Ree. Ree swings and misses on a fastball that counts 1-1. Christian Clack looking to get the job done for the Chucks here. 1-1. Swing and a miss on another fastball that counts 1-2. Chucks really having to earn this 17th win of the season. Bases still loaded. 1-2, 2 outs. Charlie Ree. 1-2. In the air, into center field. Charlie Ree has hit an RBI single. And holding the 6th run at third base is Chris Clark, as Blake McCray held up there. But as an RBI single in back-to-back innings for Charlie Ree. And Brock Moss is going to make a pitching change. Christian Clack cannot come in the game and get the job done, as now it's 7-5. Charlie Ree just hit his 3rd single of the game. And Andalo Santangelo is going to come into the game for Wausau, looking to get one more out needed here in the 10th. Santangelo will get the ball from Clack, and the Towson man will try to finish the job when we return here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Over 600,000 Americans are projected to die of cancer this year. 250,000 will likely battle muscular dystrophy. 5,000 may be diagnosed with ALS. But one person can become the difference. All it takes is you to help researchers improve the health of Wisconsinites by participating in the All of Us research program. Join today to feel the power of one.
To buy your own Woodchucks merchandise, visit the Woodshed at Athletic Park, or you can visit our website, www.woodchucks.com.
I'm so glad you and Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's so perfect, Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
The new pitcher in the game is Andalo Santangelo from Towson, the Telluride, Colorado native. And he is coming in to try and get one last out for the Woodchucks tonight. Try and win their 7th game on the road and take game 1 of 2. Brock Daniels to the plate. Daniels into center field and into the glove of Jesse Donahoe. Lined into the glove of Jesse Donahoe on the first pitch seen by Brock Daniels. And the Chucks escape. And I mean escape with the win here in Battle Creek tonight. Take this one 7-5. And that was a roller coaster of a baseball game. Up 4-0 heading into the 9th. Give up 4 runs to tie. Put up 3 in the 10th. Bases loaded with 2 outs in the 10th. And Brock Daniels lines it into the glove of Jesse Donahoe. Chucks to 17-12 on the season. Battle Creek to 9-19. And the Chucks have taken game 1 of this opening of this 2-game set, winning 7-5 here tonight at MCCU Field. Thank you for listening tonight of this presentation of Woodchucks Baseball. Come back tomorrow night at the exact same time, 6:35 Eastern, 5:35 Central for Game 2 of this 2-game set between the Woodchucks and the Battle Jacks. But for now, I'm Old Charlton saying good night and enjoy the rest of your Monday night, folks. Woodchucks